We're going to start our discussion of instructional considerations and resources for Wevideo by starting out at the GUHSD Tech site. Go ahead and go to tech.guhsd.net and go ahead and search for Wevideo. This is our resource page for Wevideo at GUHSD Tech. It has a brief overview video, and it has some instructional considerations for making it happen in your classroom, both in terms of teacher preparation and lesson implementation. There are further resources outlined at the bottom. We have lesson examples of already completed lessons that use Wevideo in the classroom. And we also have more ideas about how you can use Wevideo to start digital storytelling and how narration and narrative elements relate to Wevideo. Additionally, we also have a student resource guide, a great activity to send your students through to get them up to speed on how to use the Wevideo tool. Before using Wevideo in the classroom, it's important to prepare a little bit and to discuss some of the lesson implementation ideas. You're taking this course, so part one is going to be taken care of on your end. However, if you want to get your students up to speed on how to use the tool, the Wevideo Student Resource Guide is a great activity to send your students through to get them to understand how to use Wevideo and create videos. Make sure to view lots of examples given down here on what other options there are for using Wevideo in your classroom. You are taking this course, so you're going to practice by making your own video in this course. Before you use Wevideo with your students, it's important to determine the length of the video, 45 to 60 seconds, maybe up to 2 minutes. Once you have an idea about these overarching ideas here, it's important to sequence and package information so that your students can access it and be productive. We offer some digital templates at GUHSD Tech, a great way to discuss how you're going to engage students in this project. Another piece of recommendation that we have is using a storyboard. A storyboard is basically a rough draft for a video that students make before they actually go and build content in Wevideo. It's a great way to build a rough draft so that they can then finalize within Wevideo. Ensure that you have proper resources linked for students, including how they set up their account and also how to use the tool itself. Another consideration is how students will submit their work. If you're using Schoology, students can submit their work via the Wevideo or uploading to Google Drive or YouTube link. They can upload the video directly into Schoology, or if you're using the Wevideo LTI tool, students can actually turn the video in from Wevideo and then turn it directly into a Schoology assignment. If you're using Google Classroom, you can find these options available here. And thirdly, some people like to collect video via a Google form. This will create a spreadsheet of all student videos. Some other considerations are your students going to be sharing these videos with others? Is there a virtual gallery walk that you can create? How can you make these shareable so that students can not only view others, but view their own as well? Second to last is how are students going to reflect on their learning? It's important to build in reflective activities so students can understand what their learning process is, where their barriers are, and how they overcame them. And lastly, how will you assess the video project? This link here has tons of video rubric ideas for you and your students to learn so that you can support either skill development or video development in your classroom. And lastly, if you want to run any of these ideas by a DLC or develop a project or ideate with a DLC, go ahead and fill out the DLC request form and we'll respond to you and set up a time to meet.